All right, everyone, welcome to Digestive Health and Support. My name is Abigail Gonzalez, and my husband David and I run DNA Essentials, and we have been educating and sharing about doTERRA for almost 5 years now. And so it has just been one of the most fantastic journeys and just something that we absolutely love is helping people with their health and wellness and helping them really to live lives that they never thought they would. Now, digestive health is something very near and dear to my own heart because it's something that I've dealt with a lot in my own life. So I have personal experience with this subject, and I really, dove into a lot of research and a lot of things that have given me a new insight into the subject. And so with that being said, I want to tell you a little bit about my journey. So digestive issues have kind of run in my family for a long time. And so as I was growing up, I, of course, was dealing with them and not getting much answers. And as I got older, they got worse and worse and worse. And I ended up seeing doctor after doctor, and they did help me. They actually really helped me rule out some things that we were really concerned about. But no one really could give me answers. And so I was put on lots of medications and things that were meant to help. And like I said, things helped for a time, but there were some side effects and things that I just was not comfortable with in my life. And I was really feeling like I needed to look into something else. So moving in that direction, I started looking at alternatives. So I started looking at herbs and more natural type things. I did acupuncture and things, really shifting my focus from symptom support to more root cause. What's really going on in my body, right? Why do I have all this digestive issue in the first place? So that's really the path I went on. Now, these digestive issues, it wasn't just an upset tummy for me. It was a very debilitating experience where I was not able to get out of bed. I couldn't go to social functions. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't do certain things. So it was really decreasing my quality of life. And I was really suffering in my life. So after I started to shift more in my thinking, I started to improve. Now, I was improving, but I was still dealing with issues. And so I was still in this process. I got married, we started having children, and I was invited to an essential oil class, right? And my whole life changed. And I, again, started to dive even deeper into this whole subject and learned even more things from my journey with doTERRA. So, why is digestive health important to us? Well, because the gut is the center of our bodies. Our center holds us up physically and is the center of health for the rest of our bodies. And I know this very well because I'm also a Pilates instructor. And in Pilates, our physical body really is held up by our center, right? And our center is right where our gut is. So even on a physical level, this is very, very important. It really is the center to our health and our bodies. So there are over 100 million Americans that have digestive problems. And visits to the primary care physician are among the most common for this kind of problem. And that's very telling. So I'm not the only one, right, that has dealt with these issues. In fact, most people I talk to, they have some kind of a digestive issue going on. So digestive health is linked to the health of many other functions and organs of the body. So our health really starts in the gut. If the gut is off, all the other areas are going to be affected. So the gut is also known as the second brain of the body. So our brain and our gut are very much related, right? Very telling to why this is so, so important. And the health of the gut determines what nutrients are absorbed and what toxins are left out. So again, if that gut is not healthy, we're not going to be getting the nutrients that we need, and we're going to be left with lots of toxins in our body. So 60 to 80% of our immune system is located in the gut. So a lot of people that have weakened immune systems, if we look internally, if we look at the gut, we can find some answers there to why they would have low immunity. And Hippocrates says all disease begins in the gut. So it's a great place, and it's a place that we all should start, really, when we're looking at our health and wellness. So what causes gut problems? I love what Dr. Mark Hyman says. There are 500 species and 3 pounds of bacteria in your gut. It's a huge chemical factory that helps you digest your food, produces vitamins, helps regulate hormones, excrete toxins, and produce healing compounds that keep your gut healthy. Too many of the wrong ones, like parasites, yeast, or bad bacteria, or not enough of the good ones, like lactobacillus or bifidobacteria, can lead to serious damage to your health. So what are the symptoms, right, of your gut? What are some of these symptoms? Well, we have abdominal pain and tenderness. There's stomach cramping, constipation, diarrhea, and oftentimes those alternate, right? You're either very constipated or you have diarrhea, and they just kind of go back and forth. There's bloating, and that often happens from food not being able to be fully digested properly. There's IBS. There's skin irritants. So if you start to have some skin irritants, that can be very much related to gut health. Your inability to sleep, depression, like I said before, low immune function. And of course, the 4 A's: allergies, asthma, arthritis, and autoimmune challenges. So all those things are linked, right, to gut problems. So how can we support the digestive system naturally? Well, we know that we use essential oils, but we also use the 4 R's of gut healing. And this is a great approach, and it's one that I used myself in my own support of my own body. And that is to remove, replace, reintroduce, and repair. We're going to remove the bad, the pathogens, the stressors, the potential allergens and toxins. We want to replace with the good, the healthy food, the dietary fiber, pure water, so that helps you get regular elimination. Reintroduce, reinoculate with dietary probiotics and supplements and food enzymes, and then repair. So the damaged gut mucosa with nutrients, you can use L-glutamine, gamma-linolenic acid, aloe vera, licorice root, among many other things. So let's dive into the remove section, right? This is what we want to do first. So we have to get rid of the bad. So we remove those things that are having a negative response on the body, right? And sometimes those things are the foods that we're eating. So inflammatory foods, right? Like gluten and dairy and corn, especially GMO corn. We want to stay away from that. Eggs sometimes, and even sugar. So those are foods that actually can cause inflammation in the body, so we're going to want to stay away from those, right? Here's a great little graphic on the right side, and it's Guide to a Better Bowel, right? The ones we want to avoid: the dairy, the egg, the gluten, wheat, processed sugar and soy, coffee, soda, alcohol, beef and pork, the creamed vegetables, sometimes peanuts as well, the corn oil, and whey protein can be very inflammatory because whey comes from a dairy source. So we want to stick to the foods in the right column, the right-hand column, and those should really make up our diet. So in order to get there, we need to do what's called an elimination diet. And this is something I did. Now, I really went gung-ho with this. So I had some testing done that actually tests some different levels in my blood. And it showed that I had about 35 food sensitivities. Now, they were not allergies, so they wouldn't come from a blood test, but they were sensitivities. And so I had to eliminate all of those 35 foods. And they were common things. They were, of course, the big ones, the gluten, the dairy, but it was things like eggs and grapes and apples and broccoli and different things in those foods. Those are healthy foods, but they were things that upset my body. And so I eliminated them for pretty much a year. And then I slowly started to add back in those foods as I felt my body was ready for it. Now that's pretty drastic, but I had very drastic issues. A basic kind of elimination diet would just be like, okay, let's do a gluten-free diet commit to it for a month and see how you do. And then slowly add things back in. Now you'll want to eliminate one food source at a time so you can really hone in on what exactly is helping you and what exactly isn't helping you. So also, during this phase, we use lemon oil in our water, and that's a really great way to just give yourself a gentle cleanse. In fact, all the citrus oils are really beneficial for this. Lemon's just very good for helping the liver and helping the digestive system. So that's one that I really like to recommend. And incorporating the GX Assist to really help support the cleansing and to kill off all of those harmful pathogens that oftentimes are in there, and that is what's also causing some of those issues to happen in your body. So let's talk a little bit about the GX Assist, right? So GX Assist is one of the supplements by doTERRA, and it is a combination of essential oils like oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme, and caprylic acid. And this really helps support a healthy digestive tract by creating an unfriendly environment for potential harmful pathogens that can disrupt digestive immunities and cause digestive upset. So the GX Assist is formulated only to be used for 10 days, right? It's as a preparatory cleansing step before using the PB Assist, which is the probiotic. So this is great to be combined with that really great diet you'll be eating, right? Of just fresh foods, eliminating the over-the-counter, or not over-the-counter, but the processed foods and things like that. We want to be eating really good food while we're taking the GX Assist so that GX Assist can get right to work in the body and isn't going to have to fight against, us feeding the bad guys with sugar and processed foods. So then we want to replace. So after we do all of that elimination, then what do we replace? What do we put in that place? So we want to replace with the good. So add in helpful supplements and oils to really aid digestion. And taking Terrazyme daily with every meal to really help the body break down the foods so you can receive nutrition. Okay, it's really important. So that is not just important for our digestive health, it's important for our overall body. If our digestive system is out of whack, we're not receiving nutrition. So we're going to be tired. We're not going to sleep. Our mood is going to be bad, right? There are certain other systems in the body that won't be getting what they need, so they're going to start to break down. So the Terrazyme is a great complement to that. And then, of course, using the whole digestion line internally and topically, right, is a wonderful way to support. I lived off of digestion for a good few weeks when I first found it, really, and I loved it. It supported my body just perfectly. So let's talk about Terrazyme. So Terrazyme is one of my favorite products. I don't know what I would do without it. So Terrazyme is 8 whole food enzymes that are often deficient in cooked, processed, and preservative-laden foods, right? So the enzymes included and the activity they support. In Terrazyme, we have protease, and that breaks down protein to peptides and amino acids to be used in the body. Then there's amylase, and that breaks down all the carbohydrates and starches and sugars. Then there's lipase, it breaks down the fats and oils. Lactase breaks down the lactose that's found in milk sugars and different things like that. So whenever I'm still very careful with my diet, and I stay away from gluten and dairy. But if there's a chance that I get dairy in my diet for some reason, then I go towards taking some Terrazyme if I feel like I need that. So I just will go ahead and I carry Terrazyme with me everywhere. Then we have alpha-galactosidase, and that breaks down complex polysaccharide sugars found in legumes and cruciferous vegetables that really can cause that bloating and the gas that you can get when you eat those things. Then you have cellulase that breaks down the fiber. Maltase breaks down all those maltose sugars to glucose, and that gives you more energy, right? And then the sucrase breaks down all the sucrose to fructose and the glucose again for your energy. So oftentimes we're not digesting our food well. Like I said before, we're not going to have any energy, not just from not getting the nutrition, but because our body is not getting fed what it needs to produce that energy. So the primary benefits here, it supports the healthy digestion and metabolism, speeds the conversion of food nutrients to the cellular energy, promotes gastrointestinal comfort and food tolerance, supports healthy production of metabolic enzymes, and provides important mineral cofactors for systemic enzymatic activity. So one of my favorite things to do with Terrazyme, I take it throughout the day, but I really do like to take it on an empty stomach right before I go to bed, because I know I'm not the only one to wake up in the morning and still feel like I ate a huge meal. Right? Your food just sometimes just kind of sits in your stomach. Now, if you take it right before you go to bed, you're on an empty stomach, you're resting, and that Terrazyme is going to go right to work and help to just break down all of that so it can be eliminated the next day and so you can start out fresh. So this is a fantastic product. And then, of course, we have DigestZen, and this is a fantastic blend as well. This can be used aromatically, topically, even internally. If I'm really needing it, I just take the bottle and I put one drop right under my tongue, just one, right? It has a very strong taste. It tastes like licorice. And so if you don't like the taste of it, you can just put that in an empty veggie cap and take it. You won't even have to taste it. But the benefits are huge. It really aids in the digestion of food, so you can take this with every meal. You can take this every single day. It eases the feelings of queasiness, helps reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. So a lot of times people will add a few drops to their water. Like I said, only in a pinch if I'm really needing it will I take it where I can taste it. I usually put it in a veggie cap or I rub it on my stomach. And this is one I like to dilute because it does have ginger and peppermint in it. And sometimes those can be a little bit irritating to the skin. They're a little bit stronger. So just dilute that with some fractionated coconut oil, massage it onto your stomach. It's also great on the bottoms of the feet. This is a great oil to have on hand during holidays. You can pass it around to your family after those heavy holiday meals. And actually, it's much more palatable if you actually add it to some tea, because it does have some of those, similar herbs that we would drink in a tea, like ginger and fennel and things like that. So we also have great additions to the DigestZen. We have the DigestZen soft gels. Now this makes it's so convenient. We know that when we make our own capsules, we can't just make them for the day, right? Because they'll disintegrate. So I love that doTERRA made these awesome soft gels. They're super convenient. You can just put that in your bag, carry it with you everywhere, or if you're traveling, and just take it. And it's super, super convenient. And then, of course, we have the Digest tab. And you know what? To be honest with you, I forget about this product sometimes, but it works like a charm. It really, really does. So I remember at the convention when they came out with this, and we all got a sample of it, and we were all so excited because I was thinking, oh, it's going to taste just like an alternative that I used to take all the time, right? That tasted like fruit. And this did not. It actually tastes like licorice. So just an FYI, it works amazingly, doesn't taste fantastic. And then, of course, the DigestZen Touch. So this is DigestZen and a roller, already diluted, super easy. This is another one I always carry with me, and I'll just whip it out and rub it right on my belly. Also really safe for children that deal with tummy issues. So we love these products. So what are some other helpful oils that really can support our digestion? Well, to support the stomach, I like black pepper and fennel, ginger, and wild orange. The stomach and the intestinal lining, right? Great oils for that would be grapefruit and peppermint. For the intestines, basil, cardamom, ginger, marjoram, and peppermint. For the liver, to support the function of the liver, basil, cilantro, geranium, grapefruit, helichrysum, lemon, and rosemary. For the gallbladder, geranium and grapefruit. That always surprised me. I would have thought different oils, but when I was researching that, I was so surprised that geranium and grapefruit were really beneficial for supporting the gallbladder. For the pancreas, dill, fennel, geranium, ginger, and thyme. And of course, we've got Slim and Sassy, right? That really helps to support the digestion and elimination. And of course, always promoting your metabolic health too is a plus. Aroma Touch actually really supports the peristalsis and bowel tone, so it helps everything be moving and circulation, and that's a great one to rub on the stomach. And of course, Zendocrine, that supports the gallbladder, the liver, and the pancreas, and all those, are related to our stomach, and so they need to be supported as well. So Zendocrine. So doTERRA's Zendocrine Detoxification Complex, right, is a proprietary blend of whole food extracts and a patented enzyme delivery system that supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. So the targeted organs and their whole food extracts, right, we're looking at the liver being targeted. And you see all of the great different herbs and things that really target the liver. Then you have there's things targeting the kidneys, there's things targeting the colon and the lungs and the skin, right? They're really all working together to really cleanse all of these things to help them to work and function together. So what makes Zendocrine really unique is that it is a blend of 14 active whole food extracts targeting specific cleansing organs like all of those, the liver, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin. And their patented enzyme assimilation system of amylase and cellulase with their natural mineral cofactors, magnesium and manganese. So also, the whole food formula is made with sodium lauryl sulfate-free vegetable capsules. So that's an important thing to know about as well. So this is a really great supplement to take as you're really supporting the digestion. So now that we've gone through those phases, now we're at the rebuild phase of the body. And what are the things that we need to do to really rebuild the gut, right? Put the good guys back in there, right? So we restore the good bacteria in the gut. We want to take the PB Assist probiotic to really help build up that good flora, right? The GX Assist helps us kill off the bad things in the gut, and the PB Assist comes in right afterwards to help build that back up, to boost up that immune system. So we also want to be eating and drinking fermented foods like kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and I would really recommend, and you can find dairy-free kefir, right, so that we're not putting more inflammatory type foods back in our diet. I love kombucha. I started brewing my own, and it's really interesting, as you see from the picture here. You've got these scobies that sit in there, and they eat all of the sugar and all of the yeast in the tea. And I think it tastes great, and I love making my own and flavoring it the way that I want, dropping my citrus oils in there, and I love it. So we really want to shoot for eating a fermented food really at every meal of the day. So spreading it out through the day, eating a little bit at every meal of the day is a really, really important thing to do to help rebuild our bodies. So let's talk a little bit about PB Assist. It is a formula. This is a special probiotic, y'all. I've been on many probiotics in my life, and this is one that just has blown me away. So it is has prebiotic fiber and 6 strains of probiotic microorganisms in it's a double-layered vegetable capsule, and it delivers 6 billion CFUs of active probiotic cultures and soluble prebiotic FOS. So the time-release double capsule delivery system protects that sensitive probiotic cultures from the stomach acid. So we need that prebiotic fiber, or we won't really be getting the amount that we need of that probiotic in our gut, because that stomach acid just burns it all off. So that's most of the probiotics on the market don't have that prebiotic fiber. So that's really, really important. So the primary benefits of taking a probiotic is it really helps to support optimal absorption of food nutrients and energy metabolism, helps support healthy skin conditions. It's the first step in an essential oil digestive maintenance program, and it really supports a healthy digestive environment. So absolutely crucial. I take PB Assist twice a day. I take it in the morning, and I take it again right before I go to bed, so that while I'm resting, my Terrazyme and my PB Assist are breaking things down and giving me back all of that good bacteria. So how can we provide the nutrients necessary to help with the gut repair itself, right? We can use L-glutamine. Really helps to rejuvenate the wall lining of the gut as we're really helping to repair it. And other really helpful nutrients like zinc, omega-3 fish oils, vitamins A, C, and E, and herbs like slippery elm and aloe vera. I went through a time where I drank pure aloe vera, actually. Make sure you get the pure stuff, because there's some things on the market that aren't exactly pure and might not give you that same benefit. But if you look for the really pure source, it really helped me for a time. And I did it just one time a day. And of course, taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack for full body nutrition and regeneration is a key component. So I want to talk a little bit about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, because it is such a crucial part of our whole body wellness, but also really supports our digestive system. The Alpha CRS, the Cellular Vitality Complex, is fantastic. Really supports healthy inflammatory response in the body, and that is a big thing when we're dealing with digestive issues, because oftentimes we have an overabundance of inflammation in the gut. And so by taking this vitamin supplement, we are actually really taking back control, and we're helping to decrease and give proper support for an inflammatory response. Supports the cellular immune function, supports mental clarity and healthy brain function, supports cellular energy by supporting healthy mitochondria and by supplying metabolic factors of energy production. So I love the Alpha CRS. In fact, I just heard Dr. Leverins talk about it at a wellness summit, and it was fantastic. He talked a lot about the mitochondria, because they're a fantastic little thing in our body, and they help produce the energy for our body. And so what this does is it goes and supports the mitochondria to make energy on its own again. So it's the Alpha CRS isn't giving you energy. Your mitochondria is doing it, but it's being supported in a way and fed in a way to be able to produce more energy. Then we have the Microplex MVP, and that's the food nutrient complex. So this is really great. It's like eating a highly nutritious meal, right? It just has all of your essential vitamins and minerals to really support normal growth, function, and maintenance of all of your cells. This helps to support your healthy digestion, your healthy metabolism, cellular energy, and fights free radicals with antioxidants A, C, and E. So the Microplex VMP, I just think of it as eating a really great meal. And then, of course, our Z Omega, which is wonderful. As I said before, omega-3s are something really important for our gut health. And not just that, but it helps promote healthy skin, healthy joint function, cardiovascular health, and supports muscle strength and endurance. So these three together are like magic sauce for the body. So you cannot go without them. I will never go back to taking any other vitamin ever. This will always be what we take in our family. So that being said, I wanted to show this slide that showed the 30-day renewal plan with the supplements that I just talked about. This is a really, really great program to really support the cleansing of the body. And I recommend, especially people that deal with digestive issues, you probably want to do this cleanse probably twice a year. I have known people that have done it back to back before, who deal with really pretty severe issues and needing a lot of support. So in this program, you'll take the Lifelong Vitality Pack throughout the entire 30-day renewal, right? And so during your first 10 days, you're going to take your GX Assist with your AM and PM meals, right? Then after those 10 days, you'll take your PB Assist, right? And then for the 30 days, the whole 30 days, you'll be taking your Terrazyme and your Zendocrine. You can also use the Zendocrine oil. And you can also be using the Slim and Sassy oil or the soft gels, or just using the lemon in your water. So this is a great cleanse to do. You also, during this time, you want to be following a really healthy, nutritious diet, avoiding those heavy hitters, those inflammatory foods, focusing on whole nutrition, fruits and vegetables, really eliminating sugar, really focusing good sources of protein, organic sources, really can help assist and help these supplements help your body, right, get to work. So all of these things together really go and help support your body and help you to even have a happier tummy than you've ever had before. So I hope that this webinar gave you some useful information, that you learned something, and that you are able to take this information and apply it to yourself or maybe to a loved one that is really suffering with their digestive health. So thank you guys so much for hanging in there with me, and y'all have a great evening.